Yo, what's happening? This is Late Night with Sharif, and I am Sharif. And I got my co-host with me tonight, P. Rose, the hip-hop extraordinaire, lyricist of the year, all of that stuff right there. And, man, we got some special guests with us tonight. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. To my right is...
How everybody doing? My name is Calvin Ellis, a.k.a. The Black Superman.
And I'm Duke Mohead, HYLO Art.
And these guys are the face of the city when it comes to talent, arts, extraordinarily open-minded, will bring you in with love, open arms, and give you an opportunity to show and shine yourself, put you on the best stages, and let you show the world, or at least the city, what you got to offer to the game. Man, I met these guys, it's probably about 3 years now.
We years now, right?
It's about 3 years now, and it went by so fast, man.
Yeah, 21.
21.
Time don't stop, man.
Right after the pandemic, bro,
we
when
at 20
everybody started getting back outside.
We at 24 now.
Yeah, right there.
We will stay, some folks still wearing masks heavy, you know what I'm saying? In the clubs. Hey, look, pull your mask down, take a shot of your liquor, and put your mask back up. You know what I'm saying? I met Duke, I met his son Chris, and I got a whiff of what these guys had going on. This whole collective by the name of HYLO Art. I didn't know what to expect, but when I sat down and the lights came on, whoa, it was just that. He has a slew of artists, all genres, all talents. I'm talking about from singing, rapping, poet, painting. I mean, there's nothing he ain't got his hands on. And these guys, they stand by him and he stand by them. I see a lot of people who say they got artists, but it seems like they just got slaves, or they trying to pull the just should I say Puff Daddy?
Damn.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Not right now. Not
But
gonna put that in right
they trying to use the old school method of bringing talented people into the fold, if that makes sense. He is nothing like that. Him and his group, they operate as a collective. When one move, they all move. It seems like they all follow each other. They are all creators. And I just want to holler at my boy Duke. And then we're going to get to you, Chris, because you are an integral member of what's going on, bud.
Let's find out where brother's from, though.
Yeah, where you from, bro?
Yeah, hey, so first of all, I want to say thank y'all for having us, man.
For sure.
Likewise,
Shout out
likewise.
to
We
Prime
appreciate
Tech
y'all.
for being, doing what he doing. Shout out to you too, bro. Appreciate y'all for having us. I'm from Georgia, man, as you can see. I'm in gang territory, Gamecock territory, but I was a military guy, so that's how I ended up, in Columbia. So when people tell me, why don't you go home, whatever, I'm married, my grandbaby's here, so Columbia is my home. Now I'm gonna be here. All my sons and my grandbaby's here.
How long you been in Columbia, like?
Bro, I got here in 2019, so I did 30 years in the Army, man. Okay. And then once I retired, my middle son, Chris, he asked me to be his manager, because he kind of was like, he figured I wasn't gonna be working or nothing. And speak of the devil, there you go right there. Right. And so I was in the Army, and then really not to get too far over it, but since you asked, right. So what happened is, man, I had been in for 30 years, man, so that's all I knew. And I was in, at that time, you're gonna eventually be in charge and all that, right? Right. So now you down to your last 6-7 months in the military, and then the people that I was working for in the Army offered me a job, making some nice little bit of change too. Like, hey, man, you just take off the uniform and go right into this. And then I was like, oh, let me think about it. But then Chris hit me up about, he wanted me to look up something about, I think either some copyrights. The story changed with both of us, but he was the copyright, a trademark, or something about something. So I looked it up and hit him right back. He was like, hey, Pops, that was quick, whatever. He's like, hey, since you ain't gonna be doing that, why don't you be my manager? And I'm like, I don't know. I have zero idea about this music business, but him and his friends were talented, and I had seen that for years. But then I was just kind of like, yes, really, yeah, now. That's right. And then after that, man, I was all in with, being his manager. And then I had got stationed, so all three of my sons is here. Brandon, my oldest son, Chris, my middle son, and Eric, my youngest son. They all here. And at the time, I only had one grandchild, my oldest granddaughter. But now we got 5. But they all was here. The family was here. So once he offered that to me, and my wife already had told me, look, wherever my granddaughter is at, that's where we going. So I ain't have an option there. So even though they offered me that job out there,
that's law.
yeah, you know, I could have took it or whatever, but she was already saying, look, I'm going where Wiley Samara Mohead is at. So yeah.
That's right.
But yeah, that's kind of how I ended up in Columbia, bro.
So how long you been in that?
I've been here 5 years. 2019 was when I retired. Came here in June of 2019, man. First day I pulled up, they were shooting a skit in Sand Hills, man. And, you know, I already had been seeing some of their stuff, and it was real funny. And, you know, I kind of brought a change. I feel like at the time it was an unwanted change, really, even for myself. But because I kind of went the business route. Because these guys was really talented, man. Like Steve, funny, Will, all of them. They was all funny, you know, and real. The skits was amazing. Chris was rapping. My first time I ever took him serious, bro, I was actually in Afghanistan, bro. Get ready to come home, and my wife was like, "Hey, Chris don't want to play football no more because he was a football player, yo."
No, Chris, give it up.
So Chris is a football player, whatever. He like, she was like, you know, he don't want to play football no more. He want to rap. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, excuse me, can I cuss, man?
Yeah, you good.
Oh.
Yeah.
He like, I'm like, what the hell? You know, I mean, you want to be a football player? Football player? I mean, you want to be a rapper? Come on, man. And but anyway, so I was already feeling some type of way about that. But then once I heard the music, I thought it was good. So when I got back to Columbia and I seen them the first day I got back, they was out there shooting a skit, man. And I just saw how they moved and how talented they were. And I was like, man, these dudes all in. But like anything, it's a business.
It's a business.
So I said, hey, if my time gonna be put into this, man, we gotta treat it like a business. You know what I'm saying? And so anytime you add business to a lot of things, or anytime we added business to a lot of things, you know, it caused a lot of changes. Right. I won't say it caused a lot of friction, but it caused a lot of changes. You know what I'm saying? But that's that was 2019.
So has it really been like a learning? Like, what kind of journey has it been for you since you added the military know-how to the business?
Oh man, this y'all. I mean, I don't know who all
and family.
Yo, man, I don't know who all been in the military or whatever, but the civilians is a whole different world, man. Like it changed so much because, for one, I didn't have. I mean, I had that drive, but in the Army or I was only speak for the Army. I won't say military, but in the Army they always have a bigger purpose. They always tell you, hey, you know, you're doing this for God and country and you know, whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So when you come to HYLO Art, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, what's our why? And my why was my son, which is huge to me.
Yeah.
But my son still got to have a why. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause he good. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, you know, I mean, all my sons kind of like, you know, y'all kind of good. You know, if something happened to me, y'all good. You know, so we had to have a why, which was homelessness. But the biggest thing with us was, man, the biggest transition I saw was the civilian world. The Army, you can get in trouble for almost anything. Yeah, civilian world, there's nothing out here keeping us in check really from day-to-day life. And also, you know, your family, everybody, you don't know how to read people and there's no standard to hold somebody right. So if me and you talk, you can just, I can screw you over and there's no consequences to it. Whereas in the military, there's always consequences to whatever you do to people. So that's one of the hardest things, you know, I think I had to learn. Like it's you know, I got scammed a couple times, man, but you know, fuck it. You live and you learn.
So what is HYLO Art like for anybody that doesn't know what HYLO Art is?
Oh, great question, bro. So HYLO Art is we're actually an entertainment company, HYLO, and all it is, Chris just named it. It's highs and lows of life. So basically, they took the highs, they take the lows and try to turn them into highs. They started it with comedy skits. You know, so they'll take serious situations, lows, my girlfriend broke up with me, whatever, and then they'll turn them into skits. We'll take lows, turn them into highs. So but he just put a Y in it instead of spelling out. So HYLO, but then also they were all entertainers already. Chris rap, Will HYLO Santana rap. He in the Army now, but HYLO Santana rap. You know, Josh was on the team. Steve was a comedian. So they was all talent anyway. But anyway, we took it, and he wanted a place. When we started, man, we was grinding so hard, 7 days a week, every open mic that you could think of. Cause he had never performed, didn't want to perform. Right. But I was like, look, man, if we're gonna take it serious, you know, you gotta perform to show me before we start putting his money up.
Gotta get
so
outside,
he was going everywhere. Lexington, the Kid Cowboy was his first show, man. Kid Cowboy, shout out to Stevie J or something like that. I can't think of his name, but out in Lexington. But so we was doing all that kind of stuff, man, and just you know, grinding and doing everything. But one thing Chris was like, you know, if I ever get my own opportunity, I'm gonna give people a a chance to perform at places without having to pay. Because back in those days when we started, it was some pay to play going on.
A lot of that.
Yeah, a lot of that was going on. Also, it was just open mics and different things going on, which was good. But you couldn't tell your story. You had to get up there, do your song, get the hell on. And some people was like, hey, you get two songs, $25, all these different things. So we always, he had that big stigma about, hey, if we ever get an opportunity to give back, I'm gonna do it that way. Like we gonna have it free. Art, he was big on A-Pops. I just don't want the artist to pay. I don't give a shit what else we do, as long as the artists don't have to pay. You know what I'm saying? So if you did a HYLO art show and somebody saying people paying to do it, it's bogus. It's not true. So that was his only rule about whatever. Even if you got to pay to get the dough, nobody's paying to get on the stage from us.
Understood.
Which now I'm not knocking nobody hustle. Do what you got to do. However, that was just his biggest thing, man. So yeah.
Respect though. Respect though.
So how did the so I know y'all from my house. So how did the partnership come in with my house?
Oh, it's crazy, man. So what happened is I came in 2004 the first time at Fort Jackson. And from 2004 to 2008, I was here. We bought a house in 2004. Me and my wife, my 3 boys, Brandon, Chris, and Eric, got a house. And our neighbors, Dre manages my house right now.
Okay.
Dre, at least they the managers of my house.
Wow.
And so, but they didn't have it at the time. They was just doing regular 9-to-5s, whatever. Yeah. And so I left. I had to go to, I was going to Iraq. Family couldn't go. Army, left them here. And then the Army was gracious enough to say, hey, you can come back to Columbia once you do your year over there. Right. So my family stayed. And me and my wife already had talked about my son, Brandon, once he got to high school, he was never going to move until he graduated. Right. So he was going into the 9th grade. He was going 9th grade at Ridgeview. And so then we did a couple years here. I left, came back, did 3-4 more years. But anyway, this whole time they was our neighbors. And then what happened is I ended up coming down on orders again, bro, to go to Afghanistan. 4 years later, cause I came back 4 years here. So my family couldn't go to Afghanistan. They had to stay here. So by now, Chris done graduated. My youngest son, Eric, getting ready to graduate. So I go to Afghanistan. But this whole time, our neighbors is them, Dre and Lisa.
Right.
So they was at my house, and that by the end they had got a restaurant, and then Larry and them guys, right. Yeah. And that's how we got that my house plug from the years of being our neighbors, man. God is good, and then man.
So I know y'all do a day, and then Steve and them have a day. Or
they got Sundays now, but we Thursdays our day, and we was just so grateful, man. We started actually, so we got a show called 600 Seconds with HYLO Artists, interviews and performances. We just call it
performance, right?
Yeah, we just call it 600 seconds, so you get 10 minutes to perform, which is the equivalent of 600 seconds. We actually started at the Gold Inn down here on 2 nights. It's something else now, I think, but it's right there by R&B Grill.
Gotcha.
Okay, yeah.
It's in there.
Black Vista.
Yeah, right enough. And so we started right there, man. But what happened is they gave us the opportunity to be there free. That's how I started. And then, so we started doing that. We were there for like 9 months. Right. But then, of course, like I said, with my house and being our neighbors, and we were still doing open mics. Right. We went to my house on a Tuesday, and if you ever been to my house on a Tuesday,
right.
That's the busiest night. It's karaoke night.
Karaoke.
Yeah. And I was still in the Army at the time, but I was just hustling. Will HYLO Santana had told me about that spot, so I went to my house to try to get a performance. And Larry was busting tables at the time on a Sunday. I didn't even know he was the owner. He just busted tables. Say, hey man, look. Just come on. He said Wednesdays we do the open mic. He said, well, come Tuesday because that's our biggest night. Come Tuesday, and they'll give you son, he'll perform, whatever. So now I came back Tuesday. So I come in and True, shout out DJ True, he's still the DJ at Tuesday. But so I pull up on Tuesday, and then we go to sign up, and True's like, nah, man, it's karaoke night. It ain't you can't do your original songs. It's karaoke, which I understand, especially now. Yeah. But I was like, oh, okay, no problem, bro. All right, my bad. So we'll be back tomorrow. So I'm walking out the door, and Cassandra, who is Lisa and Dre's daughter, was like, oh, hey, Mr. Mohead. And so she run around the counter to hug me because, I'm not really in town that much.
Right.
But I was back for good at this point. And she's like, what y'all doing? I said, oh, Chris was going to perform, but we here on the wrong night. And she's like, no, what you mean the wrong night? I said, oh, it's the wrong night. It's Tuesday. We got to come tomorrow. She's like, oh, hold on. My granddaddy on this spot. You can go whenever you want. And I was like, well, hold on, we could, but I couldn't. If you know Cassandra, she ain't trying to hear that shit. She gone. So she go over there and tell True, hey, look, Chris can perform. So Chris get up there on a Tuesday night, and does his songs, original songs, instead, you know, and you know if you know the How My House crowd.
Yeah.
But either way, he rocked it. It was all good. And then from then on, man, you know, we was just like, they was like, hey, Lisa was like, hey, come back anytime you want, if you want to come here. And that's how we ended up. We went to my house, yeah, we went to my house. We started on Wednesdays. It was just like, hey, what's your slowest night? And that was Wednesdays. But our DJ had Bible study. DJ Lockshy, shout out to my niece. She had Bible study, so we switched to Thursdays. So that's a long story short, but that's how we ended up at my house.
And then I seen the military, and I've been in there. You know, I go in there, I'm in and out. And I mean, we didn't have like a conversation, but I think you asked me about like some shoes or something I had on or something.
Oh,
like that.
okay.
But then we got to talking or whatever for just a quick brief minute. But then you was just, so I can see like the military, you know, the military ain't like. I seen y'all take like a Beyonce concert, like they just took down the whole stage, like in 5 minutes, you know, bust the table.
Them guys don't stop, man, when they start working, man.
Yeah, you know, bust the table, took down the stage, everything, and then it was artists up there doing open mic, and I think that's hard because one of the spots where you was just saying like over there with R&B Bar and Grill was, there used to be like a poetry open mic night over there, like I think that's what True is now, right? That used to be like a poetry place.
I'm not for sure.
Still at my house too, though. He still do the Tuesdays.
No, not the DJ, but the Bar and Grill True.
Oh yeah. I think
was
so.
like a poetry place one time, or it might have been the building right next to it. But one of them, and I think it was True, where they used to do poetry and open mic nights, and that was like on a Thursday. Yeah. So now y'all pretty much got a Thursday, so that's pretty cool. Like, because a lot of people used to go to that. So you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Now that y'all got it at my house, you know,
we very
got to get it going on out there. Because I mean, I'm gonna tell everybody about it.
Appreciate it.
Because I done poked my head in there a few times.
Yeah, we know,
and it's legit. So what was your musical influences? I mean, you managing the musicians and stuff like that. So man, what's your music background?
So believe it or not, man, I really wasn't into music like that heavy. I was just like a mainstream. I was a mainstream guy. Just kind of like, you know, whatever was on the radio at the time. Other than, I will say, you know, before I joined the military, you know, I graduated '89, so that tell you how old I am. Gotcha. So I was a huge NWA fan, you know, because they was like me, you know, we cussing and fussing in school. Nobody else was really cussing on rap. You know, LL, Run DMC, and all them guys, commercial wise, they wasn't. So I was a huge NWA fan, huge Ice Cube fan. Mm-hmm. Shout out Death Certificate. Don't never get enough love, but Death Certificate, classic. America's Most Wanted. But anyway, so I was a huge Ice Cube fan, and then of course, well, I won't say of course, but huge Tupac fan. Because at those times in my years, I'm 23, 24 years old. You know, All Eyes on Me, Me Against the World, all that's out. Right. And I like Biggie too, but that was all that. And then what happened was, I seen them cats put out that Get Up, Get Out. You know, Outkast with that A hat on, and I'm like, hold up, you know, other than the Ghetto Boys, there was nobody, you know, from the South. So I'm like, I saw that, so I became a huge Outkast fan, and so after that was it. And then you know, I fell into that Army thing, you know, and just kind of went with whatever was playing on the radio. I was with it, but before that, it was Outkast, Ice Cube, Tupac, you know, that kind of stuff. So those was my thing, and then. Fast forward 20-something years, my son is a huge Outkast fan too. Right. You know, we from Georgia originally, so
I've heard his music. You can see the influence.
Yeah, so we love that.
Yeah. So like managing your son or whatever, you know what I'm saying. So like, man, that's a good thing. So you know he don't get robbed and caught up out here like with how the music business is. So how do you feel like being like a manager dealing with South Carolina politics and the music industry, the space that we in right now, you know, being, I don't think talent wise we the bottom of the barrel, but business wise, and I think we probably, besides the Dakotas, we in Maine and New Hampshire, we probably like one of the lowest, as far as not musicians, but far as hip hop.
We the last of the Mohicans.
Coming out like we
the last of the Mohicans, bro. Yeah.
I think South Carolina's in a good spot as far as location and all that, but as far as managing my son, it's kind of easy because what happens is, I mean, if he don't agree with something, he just do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't like because I don't do the dad type thing when we talking managing stuff. Because as his father, I was hard on my kid. Like I don't blame him, and my wife was too. But my wife would pull me to the side and say, look, man, take the dad hat off. Like, you the manager. So that part, that's easy. That's easy, man. Like, whatever, like, he the type, like, even if I don't agree with the idea or whatever, he the type to be like, oh, okay, I'm just going to do it and show you anyway.
Right.
You know, but as far as, the Carolina thing, I think, being from Georgia and being where I'm from, I do feel like it's a little bit more, Carolina's a little bit more separate, if that's a good word. Not a lot of unity here, man. It's a lot of HYLO arts out there. It's a lot of this out there. It's a lot of that out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, but collectively, like this past weekend, we did a back to school thing. Me, Superman, Chris, we gave out tons of stuff, right? And right across the street, the church was lit, giving a big thing. Then right up the block, 7, so it was like 100 back to school things. Yeah. And I was just kind of like, dang, the mall right here, where we at? I'm like, dang, the mall parking lot is empty.
We could use that whole thing.
We couldn't all come together and do, so I think that was one thing. But your original question is easy to manage my son. Right. But I do love where South Carolina is at, because with guys like you, once it hit whoever does it, you know you earned it. Like, you earned this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of what y'all doing, staying consistent and hanging, you know what I'm saying? Because Charlotte right there, 95, Atlanta, all these different places. But we the last 2-3 weeks, Superman booked cats from Charlotte. We booked cats from Augusta. We booked cats from Atlanta, Oklahoma City. So we got people coming from all over the place because they trying, it's so saturated everywhere else. They brag about, hey, man, I got a show in Columbia, South Carolina. So it's you know what I'm saying? So it's a value to being here.
And I'm gonna add something to that. Like, okay, so sometimes the crowd ain't as big. Sometimes the crowd is huge. Sometimes the crowd ain't as big. But what I like about artists coming from, like, say Rock Hill. I think you had an artist from Rock Hill or something like. And I didn't even know you was, was coming on here till maybe 2 days ago.
His name was Rich. Rich Kurt. Rock Hill. Shout out to Rock Hill.
Yeah, I saw him perform there this past Thursday.
Fire, bro. Yeah. That first song he did, for sure.
Yeah, it was fire. And what I think is when, a lot of times they get discouraged going places and the crowd may not be there, but you still got the cameraman, you got the content, nobody can see behind you. You got the stage, and y'all stage looks wonderful. Y'all got one of the better built stages, you know what I'm saying, where good sound,
shout out to
you know
my
what
house.
I mean? So you can really get a lot of footage and stuff like that can help your I don't do Instagram. we can do Instagrams and all of that kind of stuff and everything like that. And they don't even realize that, you know what I'm saying? So, man, y'all keep rocking with
Appreciate
that,
that,
man.
bro. Appreciate that.
Thank you. When we talk to the brother right here, just
Superman.
Superman. Man, what's going on, man?
What's cracking, bro? What's cracking?
Man, where you from? Tell us something about yourself, man. What you got cracking out here?
Man, so believe it or not, I'm from here, Highway 48, Bluff Road. Born and raised. Been here 31 years.
48. Hide your wallet.
You ain't lying. Nah, believe it or not, boy, I'm a behind the scenes person, jack of all trades. Like my man P Rose, Prime Tech, and Duke can tell you, I'm the guy you don't see making stuff happen. But when something happens, you go, that was the man right there. He did it. Like I'm not a limelight person. I'm the person. I'm behind the clothes. I'm behind the shade, behind the curtain. As long as y'all straight, I'm straight. I'm gonna make sure y'all straight. That's my job.
Right.
Well, they call me Superman because these guys will tell you they have not given me a task yet, whether I know how to do it or not, and it gets done. It gets done, man. In fact, the first time I met P Rose and Prime Tech was 3 years ago, working with an artist named Rich Chamberlain.
Rich.
And him and P Rose had a song came out called I Go Crazy. It was their single release party. I'm the first one there. These guys get here with no, hey, how you doing? I'm Superman. Why the hell y'all late my sound check? That's the first thing I said to these guys. With no pleasure. Like, why the fuck are y'all late? y'all want goddamn sounds? Like, no, I ain't smiling. I ain't geeking. Like, this y'all shit. Why the fuck are y'all late?
Real shit, though.
But they saw, like, how adamant I am, how I'm on it. I met HYLO Art a couple months later, Duke Mohead and Chris at a Halloween party through at my house. Didn't know these guys ran it. And I'm coming with them like, yeah, well, we need this, we need that. And they seeing my mindset, like, I live by 4 basic words. Fuck that. Pay me.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? They talking about this, like, nah, nigga, where my money at, bro? Like, nah, they getting in free. Right. Like, nah, they ain't good. Like, nah, we gotta pay for this shit. Like, we owe these people that much, Fuck that. Pay me. But like I said, they see that about me. So since then, you know,
about business first, bro.
I'm behind the scenes first, and I make sure we get paid, and I make sure everything go right.
How the bills gonna be paid?
So you Superman and about that business. Is it hard? Is it hard for you to do business in your home city?
Hell yeah.
It's hard
Because
to
you
do
know what I'm saying. The hardest part for me is everybody know you as. Oh, you Chris from around the block, or you Chris from 48, you such and such, cause you know, so either they want a handout or they don't take you fucking seriously.
Damn,
and when it's time to handle serious business, they don't know how to get. This man about his shit.
Right.
Like, yeah, bro, we cool. I know you from X, Y, Z, no love lost, but again, fuck that. Pay me.
I had a saying came to my head last night, and I started to post it, and I said, nah, you know what? I'm not even in that stage in my life to say this, but. You know, when you just said that, maybe I should have said it. Either, you know what I'm saying? Either they don't believe in you, or they can't believe you are where you at.
And that's what it is. And like you said, these guys will tell you, when they ask me how I'm doing, I say the same thing every time. Trying to pay the rent. Shit, the rent always gotta be paid. I don't care you pay the rent on the 1st of August. Guess what? You got paid in the goddamn September. Ain't no style. I'm always trying to pay the rent. Rent got to be paid first and foremost.
Yes.
And then you can also tell them you on a fixed income.
Yeah,
that been working for me lately. You know,
I'm right there.
That been working.
I'm on a big income.
That been working for me lately. And they cut my cash apps down by 50%. I'm telling you it worked. I'm telling you it worked, bro.
In the budget.
I was spending. I could have bought a car. I could have made a nice car payment on a nice Mercedes as much as cash apps I was sending out. I done brought my money down to about 0.5%. There's a couple of them I still ain't learned how to say no.
Use that.
But that fixed income, that shit works.
Fixed income. That's semi-true to me. I'm on the fixed income.
Yeah.
Goddamn it. Y'all watching me, I'm on the fixed income.
Yeah, facts.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't got it.
Keep them at bay.
I'm on a fixed income.
That's right. You gotta say it with confidence.
Oh, yeah.
But they'll know it's true.
But since you've been in it, since you've been doing this, what's one of the largest obstacles you've come across dealing with people in the music industry?
Egos. And I say egos because it's hard to find somebody, you know. Humble doesn't take you a long fucking way. You could be the biggest artist in the world or the lowest artist in the world, but if you humble, motherfuckers gonna fuck with you regardless. Finding an artist, you know, who feel entitled, feel like they deserve a shot, who ain't done shit to get there. You know, it's hard to deal with that because now you got to compensate for one. Okay, first off, I got to get your reality check, bro. You ain't as big as you think you is. Or trust me, there's somebody bigger than you. And two, you know what I'm saying? I have a nice equation I live by. You know, reputation and recognition equals revenue. Are you recognized?
God damn.
What's your reputation? Hold on.
Time out. Can you say that one more time?
Oh, sure.
I know we got it on tape, but I know we ain't live.
Hey.
But I just want to hear it again because I might not see this for 3 weeks.
Hey.
So let me hear that one again.
Reputation and recognition, those two together will equal revenue. Reputation, who are you? What have you done? Recognition, who knows you? Who's heard you? Those two together, because motherfucker got reason to pay you.
Right.
Without one, you can't get the other.
Can't get this.
God damn,
It's
Chris.
basic math.
Damn, Chris. Jim's up here, right? Damn, boy. Man.
Yeah, I'm man.
Oh, boy.
I'm ready to put something in the collection, please.
Can I get a...
That was a bar, bro. That was a bar.
Right.
Man.
So what do you say about like the artists, you know, that, and this could be a question for both of y'all. The artists that are coming in and that are coming around y'all and wanting y'all to either promote them or manage them or either put them in a show or open mic or something like that. What are you seeing about the work ethic of these people? Like, who are these people that are coming to y'all? Do they need work? You know what I mean? Are they polished? They're not taking it serious? Does everybody want to rap? Because that's the conception right now. Everybody wants to rap. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna let my man go first. He doing it longer than I have.
Yeah, man, that's that. You summed it up, man. The sheer amount of work, like I think, people, ain't no shortcuts in this shit. Like, and there's more than one way to do this too. Like, so just OGP Rose might get on one way or whatever, but just the sheer amount of work, that's the only constant I see in it, bro. And some people don't want to. Everybody, there's some shortcuts out there. We've been doing our stuff. I've been doing it for 5 years. My son been doing it for 15 years now. You know what I'm saying? So, but there's no shortcuts. But you're right about the artists that pop up. A lot of them are kind of talented. We don't really we didn't get into it evaluating talent. We got into
Right.
it providing a space for people to perform without getting charged.
Right.
Now, hindsight being what it was, I wish we would have got into it like evaluating talent to get these people to say, hey man, you know, we really wasn't feeling that. You know, people getting their feelings too though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what
So everybody, my shit is dope, bro. I got the break. You may, but like Superman said, you may have the greatest shit ever, but is that shit recognizable? Is it marketable?
Yeah.
How we gonna get paid off this
Right.
shit? You can be the dopest rapper in the world, because I feel like, you know, there's some great rappers of all time, greatest rappers of all time. You know, who can spit. KRS-One, Nas, whoever you want to go. KRS-One is one of
Well,
my
Nas got paid, but I think KRS-One.
You right. I grew up in the
Right.
boogie down. Think about that. Not the boogie. I mean, I grew up in the era. But KRS-One, you know, and the whole self-destruction movement, all that. But KRS-One stayed true to the whole
Hip hop.
positive movement thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He stayed true. So he didn't get that money that I feel like an LL got or Run into whoever got.
They call it selling out back then.
Yeah,
They
call it selling out. So
Right.
doing business. They call
yeah,
it
so
selling
same
out.
with these artists. So you can be the dopest artist you want, bro, but
Right.
are you feeling this? You can't even get your mama to come to our show. Like we let you down. We Superman tell you we let the family in free. It costs $5 to get in. You ain't got the $5. He just let you in anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Don't
And it's
say that
$5.
Don't say that like that.
Listen, it's $5 in 2024, man.
Yeah.
But the point is, you can't even get your brother and your sister come one night. You only we use it when we interview. We had we over 500 interviews now.
Right.
We interview artists average once a year. So one time a year you can't get your whole goddamn family. And a lot of y'all I got 5 brothers and sisters, right? If Chris is doing an interview and I hit them up a week out right now and say, hey, listen, Chris got an interview in Charlotte or Atlanta. Bro, I need y'all to be there. Both of my brothers, both of my sisters, and me, we all coming. You know what I'm saying? There's no question about it. They'll find out a way to make it. You know what I'm saying? So but y'all need motherfucker right here in Columbia.
Right.
Won't even come up the block.
They don't
and so
believe
then,
in you.
but they the hardest thing ever. So that's the biggest thing to answer your question is like, yeah, you are talented, but how you gonna get these motherfuckers to go back to the little league? You know, when Pops was in the stands when you playing football and they yelling at the ref. How you gonna get them to do that?
Over for music.
Yeah, for music.
Right.
Nobody, you know, it's like that's the part that just people just don't get, man.
I think that come with because you live in your dream instead of their dream.
Yes.
That's the biggest part.
And they don't see that vision, right? I mean,
Yeah.
and when you make it, I'm sure they're gonna come out the woodwork, but
Oh yeah, they gonna say they been with you. They gonna been with you from day one.
And see, we get we get the motherfuckers all the time. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like my man said, I'm at the front door. I'm hell, bro. Hey, it's fine to get in. I'm hell. Because this is why I hate the most. You know what I'm saying? I may not charge you every Thursday. I may let you slide one time, but like when we doing like a fundraiser or we doing a collab where it's not just our money in, I'm gonna charge everybody. Tell straight, hey, listen, this is not just Duke's event, but it's for a bigger cause. So if you really fuck with HYLO like you say you do, that's my dude, that's what not. Why can't you put it on the cause that he doing? It's not, but this is not going in his pockets.
I'm paying for the shit.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like we done did lung cancer, we done did multiple myeloma, multiple sclerosis, autism. We done fundraisers. We come to the door, and I need to give a donation. I don't put a price on donation. I need to donate something. Oh man, I'm such and such. Damn what you is, bro. Like this man is doing something to support his business, support his cause. Because I promise you,
bro. It's not free to us.
this is not his money he's playing with.
Yeah, I saw y'all did like a telethon for like cancer.
Oh yeah. Man, that hit us deep because my father-in-law got arrested sober. He died from cancer.
Right.
And
My dad got it right now,
yeah,
so shit like that hit home for us.
So we really into that, man. And we make those donations, and we and the biggest thing what we had to get past too was like telling people about that shit because you know we didn't want to be bragging about shit. You know what I'm saying? But like you know, it's like damn. But the more people we tell though. Then,
sometimes you can't be quiet about it.
Yeah, because now they'll give. But we're not finna be in the photo with you and shit with you. You know, but we will put the program on saying, you know, we're doing this, that. So that was the hardest part for us to separate the two until Superman got on board. You know, like he said, with that whole, hey, the bills got to be paid type thing. But
I'm going to tell you what, and I can promise you this, I'm sitting right there down there and I've been kind of slipping on it, but I ain't going to slip on it no more. If I'm in town and I ain't got nothing else to do, even if I can't stay, I'm going to come through and pay my $5 on Thursday because I like what y'all doing. I like the way y'all got the stage set up, the album cover billboards, the HYLO art, the waitresses wearing the shirts. You get the photo right there. I mean, y'all definitely marketing it.
You get the HYLO art experience.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And does that take time? Is that something y'all had to figure out, or y'all had it, or it clicked at the beginning? Y'all needed all of this stuff.
Nah, man, we had a mentor, man. We got a mentor, and he he actually in the David Banner camp. I just leave it at that, right?
Okay, gotcha.
And so, but he used to be in the Army. He was a military guy.
Right.
And so he gave us them ideas. All them ideas, hey man, look, tell him you want your own drink.
Yeah.
Which we got HYLO water.
The HYLO water, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is a
I heard
rum
that.
drink. Telling you want them to wear your t-shirts. You know, tell them that, you know, you want your own, just all these different things. All those was his ideas. So we came into the door with that, but it was his ideas. You know what I'm saying? Then with my house was like, okay, yeah, cool. And my house was like, look, we'll buy the shirts. You know, we bought, the first time I bought them,
Right.
we showed up, we bought the I showed up with the shirts. But out of that, Dre and Lisa, they'll buy shirts quick with my house and HYLO Art.
HYLO Art,
And
yeah.
then we break down like every, after a show on Thursdays or whatever, we'll break our stuff down, pack it up, and put it in the car. After a while, they were like, man, leave that, leave it in the back corner. Then after a while, they were like, hey, man, leave the sign up. You know, so that was them. You understand? So over time, that was just they thing to help us get more recognition.
I'm gonna tell you a funny story, and this may have happened before you got deployed the last time. You said you went to Iraq or Afghanistan the last time.
Yeah, the last time was Afghanistan.
Okay. So this may have happened. You may have remembered this because probably when you were here on that run. So my house was Charleston Crab House.
I know.
Yep, I
The
remember
sign's
that.
still up there, right?
Yeah, so you see still
Yeah.
the bathroom still got the she crab, he crab.
Yeah, right. Which
Hey,
ain't yeah.
good
Give me
ass-
change
good ass
that.
crab,
And
man.
right.
Yeah,
Good
you're
crab.
right.
And before that, because the Charleston Crab, I don't know why it didn't make it there because the Charleston Crab House in Charleston is still there.
Yeah.
Right there on
That's Charleston, though.
King Street, but that's Charleston, yeah. You're right, but I don't know why I didn't make it in Columbia. Because, I mean, the all these other crab places that's around here, like Juicy Crab, or not Juicy Crab, but Crappy
popped up
Crab or
after the
whatever.
fact.
It
They
was
popped
before-
up out of
it was
fact.
before its time.
Yeah, the little
before
stuff in the
time,
bag,
yeah.
you gotta put people out.
Yeah.
To Red Lobster, because Red Lobster was right there on Deccan.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Yeah,
on
yeah.
290, and now they're closing down. But before that, it was another joint. I want to say Sticky Fingers was the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. It was like one
Yeah, I
of them.
remember Sticky Fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sticky Fingers
Kiki
was
was Sticky
Kiki.
Fingers, yeah.
But right over on that side was it? No. Sticky Fingers was my house.
No, it was
No,
Kiki.
no, it was Kiki.
It was Kiki.
But where was the other one though? I want to say that was my house. It was like another little restaurant or whatever. It's been a couple restaurants.
Oh,
yeah. It's been-
So
yeah.
when they came out with my house, I was just like, shit ain't gonna make it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
The shit ain't gonna make it. Like, so I mean, but now I mean it's still standing.
Yeah, they like 10 years strong.
They
over
10
there, man.
years strong.
Yeah, 8
It's
years.
big-
8 years there. They
it's
ain't
bigger,
playing, man.
It's bigger and better. They got nights. They got a following and everything like that. And y'all are a part of that. So that's big and everything like that. So I mean, how do y'all keep that going? Like, how do y'all, you know what I mean? How do y'all make Thursday night the night to come to my house? How do we get there?
Yeah, so,
Honestly, like I said, since I've came in, you know what I'm saying, Thursday night was always been with HYLO Watch night. Now, you know, you come on Thursday, you know what you're coming into. Since I've come in, it's just the way we treat you. Like, you know, it's whether you brand new, you come every weekend, show you the same amount of respect. Hey, bro, how you doing? You know, the board's right there. We welcome you to that fold. The only way you get put out that fold, you put your own self out, bro. Like, that's real shit. 'Cause like I said, you know, you come, we treat you like family. Like, hey, how you doing, bro? You know, open welcome on. We humble with you, we respectful to you. Like, we give you that feeling, like you said, like it's a place where artists can come and express yourself. Give you a stage, you know, give you an outlet. You know, you come every week, we don't care. You know what I'm saying? As long as you just don't come on some good ass vibes. So I think that's what
and I wish we could do like a better job of promoting it because, like I said, your show 5 years strong. But a lot of people like, man, y'all do that show every Thursday, bro. We don't miss a Thursday, like unless some major event happened, like when we all caught COVID back in the day, we had to skip it or something like.
yeah.
But you know, and yeah, man, like you said, just the grind of always being there. So we want the crowd to be there. We want that, but whether it's one person in the crowd, nobody in the crowd, or 100 people in the
Show
crowd,
still goes on.
we
Show
showing up,
must
bro.
go
We gonna perform. The HYLO guys are gonna perform like it's packed out. We gonna set it up like, you know, and so that's our biggest thing.
Y'all
just
getting
the
that
consistency.
footage too.
Yes. Plus we got the footage. Yeah. Now, I
Yeah.
mean, we just finished some edits right before I came here, man, and from the last 5 interviews. So we got all and those guys from Charlotte was real crunk, man. You know.
Right.
we got 5 more coming out from
And then,
Charlotte
5 more tomorrow.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, but how y'all tapping into that Charlotte market
That's
like that?
Superman do that, man.
Honestly, like I said,
Superman tapped into Charlotte.
all honesty,
And that's like 3-4 weeks in a row too, bro.
Your brother, no.
Come on now.
all honesty is like, networking, you know what I'm saying? Like, since I got with HYLO Art, what I do is I see an artist, where you at? Hey, man, how you doing? Superman HYLO Art, you know what I'm saying? How you been interviewed before? Yeah, I have. Yeah, I haven't. All right, cool. You been interviewed by us before. Come on this Thursday, 600 seconds. Shoot your interview, you know what I'm saying? The interview is completely free. You 10 minutes on stage. All your footage is free. Let's just find out who you is, you know what I'm saying? Just find out. Right. From there, I lock up with you, get you a date, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And just over time, just build a reputation.
Yeah. Right. And most artists, we figured out, most artists want to perform. Like, they like to tell stories and all that, but they want to, even if they nervous about it, they really want to perform, and let people. So, offer them that opportunity to say, listen, man, you got 10 minutes. Show the world what you got, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now not only that, we recording it and giving it to you, and we gonna post it. But even if we don't do nothing with it,
gonna see it.
Yeah, we giving it to you, so now you got it too. You're free. Like, there's no money involved in this. Like, all this shit is free.
And all it takes is one person to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got the artists we got come on Charlotte. They under the management of one civilian.
Yeah.
I met her through Duke. You know what I'm saying? He put me in touch with her. We was talking on Instagram. She came like 6 months or so ago. Interviewed her. Treated her like, family, how you doing? Treated her artist like, you know what I'm saying? Like, giving that experience, giving that vibe, welcoming in. And then she hit me up and said, hey, I got 15 artists I want to bring. I want to do 3 weeks, not back to back, but, I love you guys. I love the feeling you did. I got some new artists. They trying to expand themselves. How can we get back on the show when y'all free?
That's a plus.
Kind of open right now. Let's talk about it.
And they swear, man, because I get, I get cats, like, we deal with some dudes from Atlanta. Shout out to B-Moss, they come through here. But he's like, man, y'all don't charge for parking. Y'all don't charge for performance slots. Y'all don't charge. I'm like, nah, man. He's like, what you get out of this? I like, but bro, we just building. Like, and I got a platform where my son and HYLO Art can perform every week for free. And then
that's
eventually.
worth the money, right?
Yeah, eventually. Yeah, because you know how much it costs me to have to pay for that building?
Right.
Shit.
$850.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, well, it costs a pretty penny, But my thing is with that, and so it's a lot more to it. We playing the long game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we want all these because all it takes is one, man. All it takes is one person to hit. I think it may be from the HYLO camp, but if it's not, that's cool because it's gonna be hard to find somebody coming out of Carolinas or coming out of Columbia area who didn't come on our show.
Right.
Who don't have at least have to say, you know what?
Right.
It may not have been the best.
Art. They gave us
Shout out to HYLO Art. They may not have been the best in the world, but they didn't fuck us over.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest thing with us, just showing up every week for them, man.
My whole thing is I said, man, I know by the end, because I've been rapping since I was like, I've been rapping since I was 12, 13, but I've been rapping seriously, like, shows and all that kind of stuff since I was 16.
Oh, my.
And I'm 47, so I'm over 30 years in the game. And I done been in Atlanta, South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, Conway, South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, Conway, Horry County. I feel like I know the game. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, that, I'm qualified, you know what I'm saying, to speak on it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my whole thing is I know when I probably get 70 years old and I'm just sitting on the porch and I'm retired and I'm cashed out or whatever, you know what I mean? Even if I don't cash out, if I go back to where I was and I'm just sitting on the porch and I hadn't made it, I don't got this, I don't got that, but I got a porch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to say, well, damn. Where did I do? If I'm a millionaire, if I'm a millionaire, I got the mindset I'm gonna want to know why I ain't got $2 million. If I only got a couple dollars in my pocket, I'm gonna want to know where did I spend my money, and then I'm gonna start going back and I'm gonna say, well, I probably spent $100,000 on my music career, and probably, once you get up in age like me and P Rose age, it's probably not the best investment, but. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to have any regrets about it because, man, it's what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? It's my expression. If I didn't have it, I'd probably go crazy about it. So, man, know what I mean? At the end of the day, and then it's still that opportunity that, hey, they may be looking for the grandpa rapper next. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying. So it's always a chance, especially in this world where everything's going viral and everything like that. So man, I want to say, you know what I mean, don't give up on your dreams and stuff. And I just wanted to know, you know what I mean, even some of the artists that, you know what I mean, that need work, you know what I'm saying, how do they get better? You being a manager, you know, you being a promoter, seeing the shows, booking shows, how do some of these artists get better?
With the mindset they can get better.
Yeah.
If somebody don't think they can get better, they won't get better. You come in saying, you know what, I may have mastered X, Y, and Z, but still so much I haven't learned, then you not have the drive to learn. But if you come in saying, you know what, I know every fucking thing, fuck it. You know, turn your brain off for anything else coming in. Ain't nothing you can get in there.
Right.
Yeah, and being open-minded with it, man. Like, you know, the Chris I saw from way back from that Kid Cowboy day to now is completely different.
Right.
Like, you know, because for one, he did the shows. Like, he put in the work. So getting better in your performing, your music, and then being open to, I won't say just criticism, but constructive criticism. Because you know you got all these goddamn haters out here.
Yeah, some people gonna consider because they trying to kill your dream.
Yeah, trying to kill you. I ain't talking about the dream killers now. You know, if you gonna be you gonna give somebody some feedback, have something to say about the shit, what you feel, and then why are you qualified for me to listen to your ass? You know what I'm saying? First of all, but like Superman said, you know, just coming in with the mindset, I want to get better, and then genuinely saying, you know, how do I do it? And then even with my son, you know, he don't take advice just from me. He'll ask you anybody, you know, how I can do it. And then we'll take shit and be like, hey man, you know, that shit pretty good. Let's do it over here. You know, that's ain't nothing. Shout out to Lalisa the Goddess, the shot seat.
Lalisa the Goddess,
yeah,
shout out.
She was the one we interviewed. We on one of her interviews, she was doing the shot seat. So we started doing it. The hot seat is what she called it, but she wasn't doing it like time. She was just like the whole Nicki Minaj, Cardi B type thing. You know, those kind of things. So like, you know, just continually evolving, then asking people like, hey, what do you think? Can I get better? Yada yada yada. Not listening to them goddamn haters too, man.
Right.
Eliminate the haters.
Right. So man, if P Rose got another question, then I'm gonna get into our little speed round.
Hey man, look, I'm enjoying the time. Go ahead, speed away, bro.
Man, y'all don't put me off on this damn.
So what I like to do, here is a speed round. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you do say something that's interesting, I might stop you and kind of ask you why. But you know what I'm saying? It's just more either. Yeah. Yeah, first we can take a break, man, and we can take a break. And you go to the back. We can take a bathroom break or whatever. And man, we sponsored by the Sharif Insurance Group, man. Y'all call us for all your insurance needs. 803-361-9356. And that's not our number, but that's my number. Because I can't remember the insurance group number. If it was in the other building, it would have been a big sign on the wall. But man, call us for all your needs. We do commercial, business, even internet for all you social media influencers, man. We can insure your brand, make sure if your system goes down, you don't lose your money. Take a break.
Hey, how does a pair of Satan shoes?
Like scratching. How does a pair of Satan shoes?
Shoedemon.com.
That should be dope.
Shoedemon.com.
All right. Well, man, we at the little speed. I call this the speed round. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody got like drinking games and stuff like that. Man, we don't want you to leave out. This is a business. We don't want you to leave out here and something go wrong. You know what I'm saying? So we pray to God none of that happens. So we don't do drinking games and stuff like that. But what we will do, it's a speed round. You know, if it's something that, you know, we're gonna go through it fast. But if it's something that catch me, then I'm gonna talk about it. So we got a Zek, we got a promoter here, we got a manager Zek and a promoter here. So let's go with Dame Dash or Jay-Z.
Or
Jay-Z.
Like pick one.
Yeah, like earlier days, business wise, Dame Dash or Jay-Z. So before The Rock broke up, who did you see? Who would you have wrote? When The Rock okay, let me rephrase that. So when The Rock broke up, who would you have went with? Jay-Z or Dame Dash?
That's the better question right there. That's the question.
Outside looking in, I would have went with Jay.
Same.
Outside looking in.
Jay. We unanimous on that?
Yeah.
What you talking about, P-Roll?
Why? Me? Jay.
Jay, okay.
Jay. Well, why? Why y'all chose Jay?
I chose Blueprint, one of my top 5 albums of all time. But I just from out, like I said, outside looking in, from not just business, but just Jay-Z and the whole, Blueprint. Like I was in Iraq at the time, you know what I'm saying? So that whole Blueprint thing was just my shit.
Right.
And I ain't gonna lie, I ain't know Dame Dash was. I hadn't seen him.
I ain't gonna lie, I was looking like my answer, like, like I heard of him, but
I seen him because
I ain't
he
heard
in
of
the
him.
video. Yeah, but I ain't know he was.
The nigga with
Well,
2
he
liquor
probably
bottles.
Right?
The nigga with 2 liquor
He
bottles.
probably was a mastermind to get the Rock signed. I mean, not signed, but to get the Rock where it was, because they put their own money up.
Yeah.
But they was like the only independent New York niggas. But then they did sign.
Yeah.
But Dame Dash had the most money, had the biggest business ideas and everything. But Jay-Z was the talent.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, talent over the.
Yeah. It's a lot to be said for being in the spotlight, you know what I'm saying?
That's why I don't want it.
I'd have went with the talent. You know what I mean? The Zach gonna take you far, but then at some point, when the white man, or whatever, not just the white man, but the white man is most of the Zachs are white. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Once he started taking over, then you know what I'm saying. You ain't got the business no way, so the artist, you gotta roll with the artist.
But let me add a piece of that, because what a lot of folks don't know on that same aspect is Jay-Z had been in the game for years before Dame.
Yeah.
So he had then rolled up under Jaz-O.
Right.
Then he had then linked up under Big Daddy Kane.
Right.
Like people, he looked younger, but people don't understand. Like,
Nigga, old niggas.
yeah, he was an old nigga. He just one of the last cats from his era to get in the game, and he maintained a young stature. But he had the game from the guys before him. The tutelage was with him, and he had the money from playing the dope game.
Yeah.
So not only that, when they got in, he was a full-time investor on himself. Not just like Dame didn't do it all for the money part. They had investors, and he had a big chip for himself. You know what I'm saying? So he knew in a big way he navigated a lot of his own career and business moves. So it was just, he understood the game, I think, better than Dame, because Dame was just a hood nigga who had that money, who knew how to goddamn motivate people to do shit for him.
Yeah.
Right. But Jay, everybody in the game, all the big wigs in the business, like they got magnetized to Jay because they knew he had the smarts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he knew what to do with a dollar.
But I think what you made one point when you said Dame was probably respected as the better businessman, but Kanye and so Beans and Cameron went with Dame, and Kanye was the artist, and he saw more of the artistry and went with Jay, even though Dame gave him a shot before Jay did.
Yeah.
But the thing what you had said was, you know what I'm saying, what the big thing is that, man, it's just it's a street shit, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be able, that ain't gonna hold up. You know what I'm saying?
Not in the business.
Not when you could be loyal down. The street shit is not gonna take you so far in corporate America. It's gonna allow you to keep your guard up. You're gonna but these dudes with the suit and ties, they is a whole different criminal. You know what I'm saying? Like
That part.
not only do they know the businesses, they got the money, and you respecting that part of it. So you know what I'm saying, you could get caught up real quick. But I'm going to the next
Yes, sir.
the next question. Sexual rap or backpack rap?
What's backpack rap, man? I ain't really.
Okay, so backpack rap is, well, dang, I don't even want to say this because I don't even know if he categorizes that. When I listen to your son, I think more of backpack.
Oh,
rap.
okay.
Like I think of when I say backpack rap, I think of more like it's street, but it ain't street.
Like
It's
college dropout type thing.
college dropout type
feel you.
stuff. More, you know what I'm saying, more artistry into the music than just talking about the same thing over and over again. But I asked you that because a lot of times that may not catch on as quick as somebody talking about, ass and titties and stuff.
Bust it open.
I'm going backpack.
I'm
rap, me
backpack.
personally.
I'm backpack.
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 I'm backpack too.
I'm backpack.
Yeah, I think it's a lane for it. You just gotta find it.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Outkast found it. Goody Mob
Did
found
they?
it.
Oh yeah, facts.
Chris Mohead.
Goddamn,
find it.
Southern
Create your own
backpack. Outcast the whole damn. Southern
Shout out
backpack.
to
That's
the
what the
Ghost.
boys was, man.
Big boy.
The thinkers, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It ain't
for sure.
always about drugs, you know
For
what I'm
sure,
saying?
for sure.
Let's see. What was the other one I had? Well, I'm gonna just throw this in, right? Because we in that kind of, and we didn't talk about it. We talked about it on every episode. But Trump or Harris?
Oh, Harris for me, but yes, you know, on the surface, Harris for me.
And that's big because a lot of people are not gonna vote for Harris because they don't. The armed forces don't want a woman
Yeah.
being commander in chief.
Been there,
a lot
done
of
that.
times,
Been
you
there,
know, you
done
seen
that.
that when Hillary came
Yeah.
up. I believe she lost the election in the military because the military just wasn't feeling her being.
I think they were.
The military,
Right.
the military is Republican through and through for sure. You
Right.
know,
Not feeling
because of the whole myth of the budget and the Republicans supporting the defense and all that. But
Right.
you know, I went to Iraq under Bush, which was no problems at all.
Right.
And I went to Iraq under Obama, and I went to Afghanistan under Obama.
Right.
You know, and I wouldn't know the difference. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like when it comes to, you know, taking care of the soldiers and the people that we care about,
Right.
the U.S., good old U.S. of A., people like us now are going to pump the money into it. But my biggest thing, just to go a little bit deeper into it, is I'm a huge in the Army, man. I made it to the highest rank you can make it in that motherfucker.
Right.
And so there's a standard, like there are rules to this shit. Like the end never justifies the means in the Army. It don't matter. If I'm going out to save the world, I have to save the world a certain way.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But Trump is like, fuck that. Trump, from what I see outside looking at Trump, is like, I don't give a fuck how I get it to, who I offend, how I carry myself.
Right.
This is what I'm doing. This what, you know, fuck the why. Right. And so I'm really not a fan of that, man. Because if he was a soldier, he would have got canned a long time ago.
I had it
Right? I mean, you know, any military man who votes for Trump, that's fine. But they know if they stand there, if they're a leader, and they ask themselves, okay, if he were your soldier standing in front of you, and I'm not talking about the hearsay stuff. I'm just talking about the factual stuff. You know, and I don't knock felons because unfortunately I got some felons in my right here next, you know, my bloodline, you know. But he has committed crimes, been convicted of crimes.
34.
If it's 34, like one maybe, but you know, you incite a riot on the Capitol, different things like that, and also the biggest thing I think we gloss over is the fact that he got fired from the job that he trying to get back. And so if y'all,
I said that on the last episode.
if y'all love him so much, why you got rid of him? You know,
fired him one time. Why you bring him back? You fired him.
You know, if you go back through most presidents, but either way, it's just I think Trump I think he got some great policy, but me at this point, it's bigger than policies and things like that. It's about how you carry yourself. If my son was in the room with me or my daughter was in the room with me and we was having a conversation,
Integrity.
who would I be proud of? And let's face it, I mean,
his biggest accomplishments as president is that he kept the economy afloat, which he inherited a great economy.
Obama was that motherfucker, man.
Obama straightened the economy.
He don't get no credit, bro.
So
he killed Osama bin Laden too.
What Donald Trump did was just what any other good CEO would do is they just took a blueprint for somebody else.
If it ain't broke,
and maybe twist and turn a little something that made it better. The other thing that he did that he's hanging his hat on that I don't really care about is he stopped people from coming into the country, which he didn't stop everybody from coming into the country. But he so-called built, he didn't finish it, but he so-called built the wall. He so-called drilled some holes and brought gas prices down a little bit, but then all of the stuff that he can hang his hat on went out the door when he let COVID in. and
the China
you
disease,
can say COVID was this or that, but you spending all this time worrying about the Mexicans and the Chinese just came over here and infiltrated everything. And a lot of people say, well, damn, he ain't got no control over that. He does, because every disease it's people trying to get diseases in America every day, more than they trying to get missiles over here.
But we ignoring COVID like a motherfucker first.
We ignored COVID. And then if he would have stayed quiet, people might would have not gave him the blame. But he came on TV and said, that is nothing but the bird flu. You have nothing to worry about.
Right that goddamn Clorox.
And a month later, I'm in the airport in New Orleans. Didn't even know it. I've got COVID, and everybody in there with a mask on. And I'm sitting there looking like, this is some weird ass shit. What the fuck are they? I ain't watching the news every day, so I'm wondering why everybody in this shit. I heard the president say it was bird flu. I don't know not one man that caught the bird flu. I'm walking through the airport. Everybody got in New Orleans airport. Everybody got masks on. And I said, "What the hell going on here?"
I think they probably got some, Trump and they probably got great policies. I ain't knocking what he got going on, but my thing again is just the way he conduct himself.
Right.
Like y'all might have the best organization on the planet,
right?
But if y'all act a certain way, I ain't fucking with y'all. We ain't fucking with y'all. You know what I'm saying? You may be the best thing since sliced bread, but HYLO Art might be like, nah, man, we ain't fucking with them because you bash, you bash all these people. And let's face it, I mean, Kamala Harris, regardless of her race and all that, race ain't matter to these motherfuckers in the last 100-something years. Right. Now all of a sudden, is she black? Is she white? Is she a woman?
Well, y'all saying she ain't black? That's even more reason to vote for her, right? Y'all were hung up on Obama. Oh, he ain't even from this country. He from Hawaii. It wasn't
re-elected. Hawaii still got their country.
Yeah, but at that time, we talking about when he was born. Oh, it wasn't even American.
Yeah, it was Obama.
They re-elected we re-elected Mama on a goddamn landslide too. Shit wasn't even close. It was over in the first half.
And Hillary Clinton would have been was the night of the election. She was she beat him by over 1 million popular votes. She was up. But we the only country that don't go by popular vote.
Electoral shit.
They go by that because if you went by the popular vote, then the Democrat would win every election.
It's smart on their part because they looking out for Idaho and Montana.
They looking out for all the
bullshit.
Yeah, all the places that really don't matter.
Yeah, that we can't say on camera, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it on camera. You got a state that don't even have a million people.
Yeah, nigga, but that motherfucker get just as many voices.
And I'm trying to figure out how South Carolina got more electoral votes than some places that are even bigger.
Yeah, bro.
You got places that's bigger than South Carolina, but don't have as much electoral votes.
It's the good old boys and not changing time, but
good old boys system.
But with Kamala Harris, I mean, right. And then too, the biggest dig they got on her and Biden is they just basically left the country alone for the last 4 years, right?
And they did.
Yeah, but you ain't talking about. But no, what I mean though is you complain about these motherfuckers doing a good job. But think about this: every time they talk about Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, they don't talk about what they fucked up. They don't. A Republican, from what I see, is a Republican defense is always they never defend Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like if Trump did it, they always gonna just talk about them. But she locked up some black dudes. Oh, so she was good at her job?
Right. Yeah.
Motherfucker, a good prosecutor?
And my whole thing,
she left me the fuck alone and doing this.
Let me tell you this. And I've said this before, and I've been called a coon for saying this before on Facebook. I said this before. I lost some friends behind this. Well, they really weren't friends that they gonna call me a coon for saying this. But Joe Biden did introduce the 3-strike bill. Yeah. That was his thing. Mm-hmm. He passed that along to the Clintons. The Clintons signed it when Joe Biden was younger. Yeah, that's right. He passed it along to the Clintons. But every president since then has never changed that law. Nope. So if you say even Obama, he did not change that law. Smooth as he was. And he had in the first few years he had a Democratic Congress. He could have said abolish the 3-strike laws. Now, did some shit get caught up with the weed and all that kind of shit? Yeah, and it's unfortunate. But there should be a 3-strike law because a 3-strike law, for those who don't know what 3 strikes is that a person that commits 3 violent crimes is sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Habitual offender.
Now, most of the people that are incarcerated, true, are people that are in poverty. You know what I'm saying? You don't see a lot of rich people that catch the 3-strike laws. So most of the people are in the trap that y'all so much glorify. They're in the trap. Whether it's white, black, it's a poor thing. They trying to eliminate crime. Most of the crime are in either poor whites, the poor blacks, the hood, all that shit. The less fortunate. So this is my thing. We're trying to change that. We're trying to be better. We want to do better. We're trying to collectively get ourselves together and fight against poverty and come up out of it. So if you're one of them motherfuckers that's holding us back by committing 3 fucking violent crimes. Let me ask you a question. Who are you committing these 3 violent crimes against?
Damn right.
Because if you committed that first crime against a rich motherfucker, you wouldn't even got to the second or third crime. So you did that shit to a fellow brother. You did that shit. You knocked the old lady over the head.
That's right.
You went into a black business and you robbed the shit. You goddamn slapped somebody, your homeboy with your former homeboy with a pistol. You goddamn took a car, went on a high speed chase, goddamn knocked over 10 cars that didn't have nothing to do shit.
Dangerous shit.
You goddamn hurt my cousin. You know what I mean? Whatever you did, you committed 3 fucking violent crimes. I don't want you in our community. We trying to change our community and do better.
Say that.
You trying to hold us back.
Say that.
So it's nothing that I
that.
can do about it because if I did something
Say
about
that.
it, then I'm a sellout and or now I'm a violent offender.
Yeah.
So I can't goddamn turn where we communicate community policing and turn my anger onto you because you doing wrong. So I gotta expect the government to change that, and the government did change that by implementing that fucking law. And everybody wants that law changed. And I'm like, I don't want that motherfucker to come home.
Bro, how many times? I gotta say this, man. Like,
why?
How many times?
That's the nigga that looking at my gold chain and wanted to take it. You know what I'm saying? That's not the motherfucker that want to go out there and get one for
himself. If you fuck up once, okay. You fuck up twice,
made a mistake.
Okay. You fuck up 3 times, okay. How many times is enough?
You a bad person.
Come on, man.
Well, I say the first time was a mistake.
And you got motherfuckers out here who be hollering about, no disrespect, nobody out there, man, but you got motherfuckers out there who be talking about free my nigga this and that and all this other bullshit, right?
Free what?
But goddamn, man, the motherfucker did it.
Look at what he did.
And then be the same motherfucker say, free they homeboy.
Y'all scared of that motherfucker.
But then the other motherfucker that shot your other homeboy, now you sitting there saying, oh man, they took a good one out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now you on a
they
t-shirt.
Did this. Now you got the t-shirts and all that kind. No, you the same motherfucker talking about freeing the motherfuckers that doing this shit.
You motherfuckers ain't going to visit them. You free my nigga Tiny. Tiny ain't seen your ass in 4 years.
And half of the motherfuckers that's killing can't fight. No, because when we was in the 60s and 70s, we ain't have all this crime and shit. Because them motherfuckers was knuckling up.
You had to knuckle up.
In the 80s.
You wasn't in the 60s.
In the 80s before. I was in the early 80s.
Yeah.
And the motherfucker, we was knuckling up. You get your motherfucking loss and you go home with it. You don't come back the next day with the pistol. You did this right here.
Yes.
You lost a fight. If it was close, if it was a landslide like Crawford and Spence, you don't go back. You know what I'm saying? But if it's a motherfucking close fight, okay, you go back home, you get in the mirror, you reevaluate your shit. Okay, yeah, I should have done. He caught me with that one. I'm going back and getting my shit back, getting my lick back. And then you go back and you fight that motherfucker again. Man, if you lose that time, you just go home and don't fight him no more. He won. He's a better man.
These young cats don't do that now, man.
And as a matter of fact, after I get out my pride, we probably gonna be friends.
Yeah, right.
We probably gonna be friends.
Remember that time we got to fight in middle school?
Yeah.
Cool as hell.
Yeah, like I done got to fight because I grew up in Columbia and then I left. But when I left, I went to a small town. We take our ass whooping, yo.
Exactly. Keep
Well,
it moving,
man.
man.
You know what I'm saying? We might not dap that day, and it may be a rematch.
But it was a pride. It was a pride to know how to fight.
But once you got out of the niggas laughing at you in school and shit,
You gotta fight it out.
The next day you come back, you come back and shit.
Gotta fight it out.
You come back and shit, and you be like, yo, man, you got that one. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and then we might have a class together the next year, and we in the group together, and then we really find out that we like each other. We was just arguing over bitch, but these niggas want to kill.
They want to not.
It's too easy to shoot nowadays, though. It's
These
too
niggas want to
easy.
kill.
And then too, man, with the 3 strikes thing, right? Like it's unfortunate, but I got some family members who they really about their life, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They really are about their life.
I got a brother doing life in prison also.
They are, in places where I wouldn't want them to be, but they know if they tell the truth, it's probably where they deserve to be in their life. But also, goddamn, 3 times? Bro, the first time is one thing. You robbed my store the first time, goddamn, okay. Second time, okay. Third time, what the fuck?
Like you ain't learning nothing.
You ain't learning shit.
At this point, I feel like a target.
Yeah, exactly.
Nigga, this is who you are.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. They knocking Joe Biden and cats like that for doing their job, bro.
Right.
They don't got them. Them niggas don't get me started on Reaganomics where we wipe it. When you a crook, When you a crook and you wiping niggas
Could
out.
be worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Could be worse.
They ain't found Joe Biden out for doing no crook shit.
Right.
You know, Reagan got caught with all the whole Contra shit.
Everything.
Reagan,
guns,
Kamala
drugs.
Harris ain't got caught with no crook shit. You know what I'm saying? She just doing a good ass job. And you know, but Trump.
34 counts.
Trump come from that. He come from that era, and you know he done did all that shit.
Trump was born in the 50s.
He done did all that shit. Them niggas done did. Bro.
How the fuck do we keep glossing over "Make America Great Again"?
Come on,
when
bro.
the fuck was America great? Listen, women. I'm not a woman, obviously, but when the fuck was America great for women?
Never.
And then when was it great for black people?
It never been great for black
Just give
people.
me a year. The Obama years.
I cannot get America wasn't great during the Obama years.
But my point is,
We got
he
so much
said-
hell for that.
But bro, he said make America great. In the Obama years, I was in the desert, so I don't know. But he said make America great again. Bro, can we get a year? You was born in the 40s, or 50s, whenever the fuck Trump was born. So when racism, segregation, all this shit was legal. I saw the other day where I saw James from Good Time, you know, had a white wife and shit. This shit broke me down a little bit.
James, Amos?
Yeah.
John Amos.
John Amos.
Who's the kid that got a white wife?
But the point was, but under the thing, it was illegal in like all but 16 states for him to marry this white woman. You know, and Trump is talking about let's make America great. Let's go back to that shit. It was illegal. You know, I'm not. My wife is black. Y'all know that.
Yeah.
But the point is, you know what I'm saying? Trump want to go back to a world where niggas had to. You couldn't come out. You had to walk, get on the other side of the street, ride the back of the bus. It's illegal for niggas to come inside. You got Alabama. You got to go in the back.
But let me tell you where that come from, though.
Make America great.
Donald Trump was a Democrat. Donald Trump was about helping people, people getting the assistance they needed, all of that shit. He even ran in the Democratic primary. Now, what Donald Trump went in is he said, these damn Republicans, they'll fall for anything as long as I motherfuckers say something about Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
So make America great again is like a slogan for the country to go back to when Ronald Reagan had it. Because all of these fucking Republicans, they say Ronald Reagan is the greatest president ever.
They want to put that nigga on the dollar bill.
But they say Ronald Reagan is the greatest president because because they couldn't destroy black people no more. And he came in here and he said, okay, now we can't fucking throw him up against the tree, lynch him and all that kind of shit. They got all these civil rights laws no more. But I can tell you what we can do. I know some motherfuckers over there that got guns and shit. But when they also got free cocaine. They got cocaine. And I can get it. And I can get it over here. And what I do is I tell my bitch to make a big old program about say no to drugs and shit. And throw them motherfuckers up like we anti-drug. At the same time, I'm going to be the biggest drug dealer next to motherfucking Pablo Escobar.
Ronald Reagan was that motherfucker. And to this day, they want to put him on
that motherfucker,
bro.
bro.
Shit, we got to go.
Yeah.
Hey, but Ronald Reagan, they still want to put that nigga on a dollar bill or something.
Right. They probably will one day. But yeah, man, we went a little bit long.
Get excited about that shit.
So let's ask one more. I'm gonna ask one more question, and then I'm just gonna let y'all say what y'all got going on.
I'm glad you asked that shit.
And take it on out, man.
I don't do politics, but shit. They brought that up.
South Carolina hip hop, or the rest of the world.
I'm about to go to South Carolina because, like my man said, we are in. People don't know about us. It's our own fucking fault. We don't support each other. We don't rock ourselves, but we have a lot of fucking talent out here. A lot of fucking untouched gems. A motherfucker came out here and saw the fuck we can do. They were like, damn, why the fuck anybody's heard y'all yet? We're not promoting ourselves. We have a lot of good shit to offer the world.
Right.
Oh, I can't answer that question because I plead the fifth on that because I might incriminate myself. Born and raised here, but you right. I'm in South Carolina, so I do support that. But I would add Georgia to it. But yeah, I mean, I'm in South Carolina now, so South Carolina hip hop.
Y'all all right.
Yeah,
Right.
South Carolina can do this shit.
You know what I'm saying?
If South Carolina come together.
They're legendary at this point.
Yeah, but if South Carolina can come together, man, y'all, we can do this shit. We can do this shit. Let's just come together and do it.
And on that note, and I know we got to go, but man, what do you feel about, just quickly, what do you feel about artists coming into South Carolina from other places and the South Carolina people just kind of embracing them, promoting them, bringing them here, but they don't promote their own artists?
It's ass backwards. How you gonna promote somebody else? You can't do shit for your own damn people.
And for me, I just feel like it's my, it's my fault. Like me and Chris talk about it all the time. It's like, I feel like you have to give somebody something to want to support, if that makes sense. Like every night, when I go home and my wife, we finna fall asleep. The goddamn, I don't know why, but American Dad, Rick and Morty, that whole line,
That's
right?
me, that's
yeah,
me.
that shit gonna be on TV, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know what, we might not even watch it, but they gave us some reason for me to turn it to that channel.
Right.
So with the South Carolina artists, we gotta. It's not somebody else's fault if they don't support you. I don't want that pity shit. Like, don't love me because you feel sorry for me. You know what I'm saying? Love me because I don't fuck with Superman because I feel sorry for the motherfucker. I fuck with him because he do a good ass job. What the fuck he do? You know what I'm saying? So, so give me a reason to support you. Figure that shit out. Put your work in. So when a HYLO art, we throw a show, if nobody show up, that's our fault. It ain't these lists is going around. You see, we ain't on the list. That's how I don't give a fuck about the list. However, but if I ain't on it, I want to get mad about it. That's my fault. That's how I look at it personally, bro. Just gotta grind and figure it out.
Right, man. That's pretty much we can end on that note, man. I just want to shout out HYLO Art. You can catch them out on Thursdays at my house.
Tomorrow, special guest DJ.
Starting at
By
what
the time
time?
is at hey, we started at 8, but we started about 7, but 8 o'clock. By the time this area be over, we got special guest DJ.
Y'all
tomorrow,
niggas come
DJ
at 7. That means y'all gonna get there at 8.
Oh yeah, we got happy hour though from 7, and then we got drink specials. $2. It's $2 Thursdays up till 10, man. $2
what is
tequila.
V-Drink?
Oh, HYLO Art. Now that's $5 all night, but it's a rum drink. HYLO water. But we got $2 drinks all night, house liquors all night till 10, tacos, all that, man. It's a good time. Y'all pull up.
Tacos good too.
Oh man,
Yeah.
the salmon.
Oh, the salmon bites, right?
Ooh,
Salmon bites good.
Yeah, come on, let's make this thing
Like all
worldwide.
that,
Fried
damn,
broccoli.
And you
chicken kebabs.
If you're a hip hop artist, man, you need to come through there because it's a free place to perform, platform, and showcase your art and all of that stuff. No strings attached. You know,
Y'all
it's
hear
like
it?
what's going on here.
And you never fuck with
Bring your
building.
crowd.
Bring people with
Bring
you.
your
Bring some
friends
people
with
with
you.
you.
Don't come
Tell
by
them to
yourself.
come
Bring
out.
your people. That's
Don't come by
right.
yourself. Expect the venue to have everybody there.
Yeah.
Right, bring your support.
You bring the venue.
But I
there.
hate that shit.
support with
Nigga
you.
come in with a crowd and nigga
Yeah,
promote your damn
Bring
self.
your
Exactly.
support with you. Bring your support.
You ain't got nobody want to hear you.
Yeah, that's,
Literally though.
and then you mad at everybody.
Hey.
Man, I appreciate you.
Shout out
fellas,
Brown
man.
Tech.
Thank you,
And my
man.
braids getting their ass whooped.
Man, we always getting out. Them boys kick our ass
Man, we
yesterday.
ate the fans out now.